Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Davis and you're watching Fight News Now Extra. Coming up next, we are getting all hyped up for UFC 153 this weekend, and you're not going to want to miss what Anderson Silva had to say about whether or not he'll fight in the middleweight division again. Our MMA panel has a lot to say about Silva versus Bonner, so let's get started with our newsmakers. So, middleweight champion Anderson Silva is moving up to the 205 division to face Stephan Bonner this weekend, but he's already talking about dropping 35 pounds for a future super fight between him and the UFC's welterweight champion.
After this fight, is the GSP fight the one that you want?
Yeah, this is my focus.
GSP?
Yeah.
So no more 185 title, maybe?
No.
You're gonna drop it?
Maybe.
Really?
I don't know.
Is there a chance you never fight at 185 again?
Yeah, I have the three more fights in 185, but I don't know. Maybe I fight George St. Pierre for the different class. I don't know.
But first, Anderson Silva will be facing Stephan Bonner, who most people are predicting will get beat up pretty badly. He seems to be ready for it, though, and in this next clip, he's not afraid to take Silva for a ride.
I need to take it to him. Need to get in there and fight my kind of fight and be willing to eat punches and give them right back. I can't lay down, curl up, and go fetal. I got to keep going, you know? And I'm going to be going through hell, and he's coming with me.
And Jose Aldo, who is still healing from an infection after a motorcycle accident, is hanging around the media in Brazil for UFC 153. Aldo was supposed to headline with former lightweight champion Frankie Edgar, who would have been making his featherweight debut. And here's what Aldo had to say about him.
He can come down into my division, but he's not going to be a champion in it. So if he wants to be a champion, he has to go back to his. If he wants to come down to my class and he's okay in being second, that's okay, because I'm going to continue being a champion.
So those are your newsmakers, and for more on them and this weekend's card, let's take it over to our panel. John Pollock, John Ramdeen, Robin Black. What are the chances that Stephan Bonner even hurts Anderson Silva this week?
Robin?
Well, on paper, they are 14-1, but that's ridiculous. That's about the chance of John Ramdeen getting a date with Sarah Davis. Wow. 14-1 is ridiculous. Stephan Bonner absolutely has the chance to shock the world in this fight, and for $50 you can win yourself $700.
Robin, we all have to remember though, this fight does not take place on paper. Stephan Bonner, the reason why these odds are so ridiculous is because most people believe that Anderson Silva is going to come out and annihilate Stephan Bonner. This is a man that lost to Forrest Griffin twice. And we all saw what happened when Anderson Silva fought Forrest Griffin. He decimated him. So why would anybody think that Stephan Bonner has a chance in this fight?
Well, first of all, why don't we look at actually what kind of chance he does have? He has a great Gracie black belt. He is way bigger than Anderson Silva.
A lot of people would say a better submission game than Anderson Silva. Very defensive jiu-jitsu we see from Anderson Silva with Bonner. Listen here, I'm reaching here. He's got a 3-inch reach advantage. He's a bit younger. This is a style, though, that caters to Anderson Silva. Stephan Bonner coming out very strong. Can he get the takedown on Anderson Silva? Because that, to me, is the best game plan for Stephan Bonner, but probably a very unlikely one for Stephan Bonner, who's going out there to bang.
Yeah, you say get the takedown. He has to get the takedown 5 times, at least 5 times. That means 1 takedown every single round and stay on top for 25 minutes.
3 rounds.
3 rounds, right.
This to me favors Bonner in that sense, because you simply have to squeeze by and try to win out a round. And we saw with Chael Sonnen, he won that first round in the rematch, just taking him down and controlling him on top. Can Stephan do that? I think he could.
Of course he can. Of course he can. I mean, he is a quality wrestler, a quality submission guy.
Really? You think he's a quality wrestler?
He's got a great side control game, a great game that we've never seen anyone play with Anderson Silva. People take him down, stay in his guard, try to hurt him. He'll move to side control and threaten him. He's way bigger. He's never been knocked out. So this idea that Anderson Silva is going to automatically knock him out is crazy. Nobody else has knocked him out.
Okay, he is coming off of wins over Kyle Kingsbury.
Great win.
Igor Pokrajic.
Nice
tough
win.
guy, fine. And Krzysztof Szyszynski.
Yeah.
Not sad.
And that is preparation for Anderson Silva is what
Yeah,
you're
no,
telling
the thing
us,
is,
Rob.
Stephan Bonner is just not fast enough to deal with anything that Anderson Silva brings to the table. And I think that's going to be the biggest factor. This fight starts standing, and Anderson Silva is going to light him up from the outside. Stephan Bonner is not going to be able to get inside, and then Anderson Silva is going to start to get his confidence that we've seen from him halfway through that round, and he is going to put on a show. That is what everybody is going to tune into this fight to see.
Does it get out of the first round?
Yes, it does get out of the first round.
Totally. He's like, just because Anderson Silva is that great does not mean he automatically knocks out Stephan Bonner. And if 3 nerds like us are sitting around going, all he's got to do is take him down, or he's going to get lit up from the outside, Stephan Bonner's sitting around going, man, if these nerds know that I could get lit up from the outside, maybe I should deal with that. He's going to close the distance, put him on the fence, try to take him
Just
down.
like Sarah Kaufman said, well, we all know what Ronda Rousey's going to do. She's going to try to armbar me. So what did Sarah Kaufman do? She worked on her armbar defense, and what happened? She got armbarred.
Let's just go back to history here, because I do document these things in my head. Someone on this panel, not named John, picked Sarah Kaufman to upset Ronda Rousey, chose Vitor Belfort to upset John Jones. Maybe third time will be the charm, Robin.
100%.
Me and Randy are not going in the crazy town that you have taken over.
If I keep skipping these rocks out onto the water like this, one of them is going to take. And nobody's going to remember all the times I was wrong. They're going to go, Robin Black was the only guy who picked
The thing
Stephan
is,
Bonner.
the reality is, Robin does have a point. It is mixed martial arts, and all it takes is for a perfectly placed punch from Stephan Bonner to drop Anderson Silva. We saw that Chael Sonnen did it, and in my opinion, Stephan Bonner has better boxing than Chael Sonnen. If he can land that punch, get on top and ride it out, make it a rough ride for Anderson Silva for 15 minutes, then Stephan Bonner could win this fight, but it is highly unlikely.
And everyone still has that armbar from Vitor fresh in their mind. I mean, that, as big a discrepancy as there was between those 2 light heavyweights, like that, someone can catch someone. That's just the reality of mixed martial arts, and one of the reasons I think people enjoy it so much is the fact that a finish can come really out of nowhere, and that's something that I think it at least has a bit of an intrigue. Is it enough to spend $55? Maybe not, but in terms of curiosity, I think it's there for this
You got
fight.
my $55.
Sarah, do they have your $55?
No, because I'm running a 5K in the morning. I don't think I'll last for the whole night. But I'll watch it the next day. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Okay, right. Before the card on Saturday night, we are going to be live again on Fight Network at 3 p.m. on Friday afternoon for the weigh-ins from Brazil. So don't miss that. That's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coming up next on Fight Network, we have more Fight News Now Extra.